right? Most of them give me the finger.
Yeah, we get it, lady.
I got my eyes watered and I'm laughing so hard. Well, just let Chris be primary today. He just don't know it yet.
I was primary last week.
Were you?
Yeah. That's the only reason I knew to look.
Because you're probably the first one to join besides me.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. I'm logging out. No, I'll log back in.
You're not. Nice try, though. Happy Monday, everyone. Thank you for jumping on. We're just keeping each other entertained over here, trying to stay awake on a Monday. Happy Monday. I figured out a background. How cool is that? Can you see my hand? No.
Hours and hours of work. Everybody applaud.
It took so long.
She's been trying to work on that since like last Monday.
I've been trying to work on that for a couple months now.
What a bummer that Rusty Dixon got rained out. I was looking forward to that one.
Right? And we know how hard it is putting on these races. So all the work that goes into it, the one thing we can't control is the weather. And I'm so bummed for them.
Yeah, and a bummer of a weekend for some of our guys traveling too. LJ had engine troubles and didn't even get to race the full race on Friday, couldn't race on Saturday.
Not like they still had fun though.
Oh, I'm sure he did, but I mean, they drove all the way up there and got to race a few laps on Friday, and that was it. That's a bummer. I was looking forward to watching both of those. Tommy Nichols didn't have the night he wanted last night either in the Silver Crown car.
But hey,
our guest tonight has like 12 wins on the year, and his uncle has one start, so he's up in the ballpark.
After watching that Triple Crown race or USAC race, whatever it's called, Silver Crown. Thank you. For Tommy, I feel like that should be a win, just that he stayed on all fours and was able to load it up. That was a rough race, man. That made me so nervous.
Just his first Silver Crown race and it being on dirt, and he made the big show. That's an accomplishment.
Yeah. William, thank you so much. William says, it was a good job you did at Citrus Saturday night. I'm going to be honest. I used Jim Smith's Wi-Fi and I still had no service. Shout out to Jim Smith for loaning that to me, but I don't know if it was the weather or just the airport there or what, but we haven't had any service there lately. But thank you guys, because y'all are so sweet. Even when the video sucks, y'all are still just having a blast with me, just BSing and having a good old time. So we appreciate y'all. Hi, Tyler.
It's amazing how appreciative everybody is when it's a free service.
Right? Yeah, I really appreciated all this sweetness because we were struggling.
Yeah, don't make Jen angry. You wouldn't like her when she's angry.
I very rarely get angry.
Did you eat? Hold on. Did you eat before you went?
Of course I did. Is that
okay? Jen won't be angry.
And after. But shout out to all our Crown Vic guys and for Citrus, their staff, everyone there, all the drivers. Everyone was so patient. The Crown Vic guys was out there for, I don't even know, probably an hour or so trying to keep the track dry for us. They ended up getting the track dry. They changed schedule around a little bit. We got all the races in. And then when the Crown Vic guys went back out for their figure eight, it started sprinkling pretty good again. And by the time they finished, it was full on raining. So shout out to those guys. I know they burn off extra gas and all that Saturday night, but just know we appreciate you and you put on a heck of a show.
I'm not sure who won, but I should know, and I maybe have to try to look it up here if I can get on another device. But the big borderline brawl, somebody took home a nice trophy with a boxing glove at the end of the night.
That is a really cool trophy. I was watching that. We went to coaches after and we were watching the borderline. What a great event. That place looked packed. The weather was perfect. They didn't have the same issues we had down here. I got hiccups. And yeah, it was super awesome. So great job to all the guys at All Tech.
Anybody has any safety ideas for Tyler Sontag? Post them on our page. He's going back to the scene of the crime this week to Nashville. Well, he fell off the curb last year. So anybody's got any warning signs, maybe for his wheelchair, he'd probably appreciate those.
Maybe he needs new glasses or something. I don't know. Like that curb didn't just jump out in front of him.
Listen,
Curb under construction.
I'm gonna be honest. I helped make sure he didn't fall off a curb Saturday through the pit. So you're welcome.
I got a special TikTok coming, Jen, with your pictures you took of him.
Oh, okay. Mom said feel privileged. Ronnie Newsom at Alltech. Yes. Thank you, Tyler. What a great race. I got to watch the end of it after I left Citrus, and man, that was awesome. Again, shout out to our 4.6 Crown Vics. What are they called? I can't even remember. I just always call them the Crown Vics. But
that's me too.
Thank you guys for using your fuel. Thank you guys for drying the track and putting on a show. I swear, I think I laughed the entire show, except when the car went up, he hit the backstretch wall, and I need y'all to tell me who it was because I haven't talked to him yet, but I hope he went and watched the replay. He hit the backstretch wall, and he literally, I thought he was going to be on his roof. He ended up on two wheels and then back down and continued, and I was like, holy crap. Like, how did that just happen? It was
and I were laughing listening to you when that was going on because your voice went up like 3 octaves.
And it looks like everybody I met from the live videos, looks like everybody had a good time at the Showtime banquet on Friday night. Not a lot of racing got to go on Saturday, but got to celebrate last year's champions.
Right on.
Congrats to all the champions. I'm struggling today, guys.
Right.
Brad asked how the races were this weekend. It was a lot of fun. Mama said, feel privileged that I have you on and my boy is muted. Hey, I will tell y'all, you do not have 100% tonight because the Lightning game playoffs begin tonight. I have my Lightning gear on and it's on in the background. So
keep me updated.
I got a question. I'm a Florida Panthers fan and I know they're in the playoffs, but I don't even know the name of the team. But I haven't seen Austin Griffiths talking too much smack this year. Is his team not even in the playoffs?
I haven't even looked.
Carolina Panthers. I don't know where they're at either.
That's a football team.
Oh, yeah.
Hurricanes.
See, that's where my head's at today.
Brian Johnson asked, how many supers do you guys think will be at Arbondale? Usually they get quite a bit. I would say usually they have 15 to 20. They have really dedicated drivers that race there for all the twin 50s. So I expect quite a few, honestly.
Doesn't matter how many anyway. It's going to be a good show.
Yeah. Twin 50s.
It always is there.
Always entertaining.
Who was that asked? They don't know the rules on here. You don't ask Cardinal.
No. It was Brian, and I don't think Brian comments much. So Robert's not even allowed to yell.
So it's
we
too
say
far
that,
for
Brian,
me,
and I'll explain in case you're new. Mom said Carolina is playing the Bruins. Brian, we say that because we've literally watched 5-car shows that have been better than 20-car shows. So we always give people a hard time when they ask us, what's going on about car count. What else is going on?
We got another big race this weekend too up in Jasper. It's too far for me personally. I wish I could go, but the Memorial race, and now my brain just stopped working. Jason Kimball. The go-kart race. Go check that out if you're up that way. It looks like there's going to be a lot of people, and it's a big purse. And if it's anything like any other type of event, for him so far since he passed, it'll have a good showing and have good people there. And make sure you get up there to the go-kart track in Jasper and check it out.
Shout out to my mom. She's not been feeling well. She was home sick all weekend, and she is still up watching our show and watching the Lightning. So.
We got our first guest on, but I think this interview is over with already. His publicist didn't tell him he's supposed to open the show, play in with his guitar, call him Baton Rouge by Garth Brooks.
He's got it.
There it is.
How you doing, TJ?
He might be muted still.
Good. How are you guys?
There you go. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
Are you still catching up on a little bit of relaxation after your crazy weekend?
Yeah, and from last week as well, from Nashville.
Right.
So do you think we called you on the show just because you won the guitar?
Maybe.
Well, you're wrong. You're wrong, and I'm gonna go on and announce it because it's
I
can't keep secrets. Yeah,
I'm gonna smack you.
Then we get to make fun of him. You want me to wait?
Let's throw a couple questions in first.
All right.
So first of all, I want to talk about Tennessee, man. You went up there, you kicked butt, you dominated every race. So tell us about that. I know that was not your expectation going into it, but how cool is it to come home and have all the hardware from being up in Tennessee?
It's really cool, actually. I mean, we went up there 2 weeks early before the Nashville Spring Series, and we tested at both tracks, and we learned a lot. And we were mixed with semi-pros for both races at Highland Rim in the Nashville Fairgrounds. And during the week that I raced, there were 6 races. I was able to win all of them. And the 2 tracks were totally different. I mean, the first track we raced at, the high line was preferred, which is a lot different than Florida. And the second track we raced was a flat track, like completely flat at the fairgrounds. So just 2 totally different tracks. And I think it was really cool to get experience on both.
And it was really cool to watch those races and to see the different lines that you learned. I got to watch quite a few of your races up there, thankfully. The guys did a great job with the broadcast. They always do. They do an amazing job. So shout out to them. But it was really cool to see you racing with some of the best in the country. It was very, very different from the Florida Winter Nationals. And I only say that because they finished the majority of the races up there. Like, it was good, hard battles to the checker flag most of the races.
Yeah, I mean, Winter Nationals was a little bit different than most of our races, but they definitely stepped it up for the Spring Nationals and made a big improvement. And it was fun to race 25 laps, instead of the 7 that we ran at Winter Nationals.
So later this month, you're going to get to go be part of the NASCAR All-Star Weekend, Texas Motor Speedway. They're having, Legends Summer Nationals or something out there. The Long Star Motorsports or whatever is going to be racing on the front stretch at Texas Motor Speedway. You're going to get a chance to go do that. Does this change your plans any for the year now that you're having such success with the national and doing so well in the national points with Legends? Are you going to focus a little more than maybe you originally planned on Legends to try to get that national championship?
Definitely. I mean, we were going into the year with kind of a half schedule for both the late model and the Legend card, but we did so well at Winter Nationals and we did good in Florida. Then we went up to Nashville and did really good. So it kind of changed up the plan a little bit, but as a team, we can try to adapt, and we're going for the national title in Vegas this year.
That's so awesome. Make sure to bring your SSR team with you. I'm just saying.
All right.
I'll go to Vegas. I don't need a reason.
Right? I think we need to make a team trip to Vegas to support TJ. Sold. That didn't take much. TJ, can you remind all the fans that are watching how old you are?
I'm 15 years old.
Okay. And so you've been testing in the bigger car, in the late model. How's that going?
So we went to test 2 weeks ago at Hickory, and Saturday we made a bunch of adjustments because I grew so much the last time I've been in a car, which is good. And Sunday morning we went to test at Hickory, and right when I woke up, I was feeling pretty under the weather. We'd call it off. But we're going up to Hickory again this weekend to go test with Buggy. And hopefully all goes as planned. And in 2 weeks, we'll be at Dillon Motor Speedway in South Carolina for my first pro late model start.
That's so awesome. And you'll have to keep us updated on all of that and how we can watch it as well. What do you look forward to the most on race weekends? I know you and all your buddies have a really good time. Is that what you look forward to the most?
Of course, I like seeing all my friends and stuff, but I really like the challenges that racing brings. I mean, Monday through Friday, I'm looking forward to getting to the race car and race, which is I like racing, of course, but really the challenge is in Florida. I mean, there's a lot of great competitors in Florida: Sean English, Mason Lastra, Jared Wagman. I mean, those are some of the top guys across the national level as well. So I think it's really cool that I can stay in Florida and still be racing at a national level.
And while you mentioned the other drivers, we have so much young talent in the Legends series. So I'm really excited to see what all you guys do. And I'm really proud of you, race in, race out, all of you guys and girls, because every weekend you are putting on a show, all of you. And it is so much fun. And that rolls me into my next question. How do you catch me when I'm taking pictures of you all the time?
I'm always looking around wherever I go. Always.
You always catch me.
Well, I got to give you props because when you were in Nashville, I was watching the race monitor and the things. And when I seen Lainey was beside you, you didn't let her get in your head and you still won.
Yeah, I tried my best to hold her off. The first race got pretty close. I made a 3-wide pass on the first day, and I was able to get the lead on the last lap.
That was a pretty awesome race. So
that was definitely one of the better races in Nashville for sure.
Yeah, definitely. So talk about Texas. Have you been there before the race, or is this going to be the first time?
This will be the first time really kind of traveling to the left out of Florida instead of the right, which is pretty cool. And I mean, this year we're kind of traveling as much as we can. There's a race in Nebraska that might be kicked around a little bit. I know that's a huge money race, so we might go there, which is pretty cool. And we're going to Vegas in November, so I think it's really cool that we're being able to really travel this year out of Florida.
I'm going to take that as our invite. November, guys. November.
So how the Legends National thing worked, you won a national qualifier race, so you automatically qualify for Vegas, and then you compete for the Legends Championship out there outright, not for points, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's how it works.
If I remember right, that's how it works, I believe.
And let's take a minute and talk about, you have a great support group behind you, not just in Legends, but in the late model as well, and your family, of course. So let's take a minute and talk about the people that support you, because there's a lot of them.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people behind the scenes that really do help in. I mean, my mom and dad, of course, they do a lot for me, making a lot of sacrifices, taking off of work so they can get me to the track. And Jim Smith, I mean, he really does a lot for me. So does Chase Lloyd. I mean, all week they're working on the car, getting it ready for the weekend. And it's pretty spot on recently, which is pretty awesome.
And shout out to Jim. I meant all these different tracks you go to, and you seem to be fast right out the bat. So he's figured all these places out before you guys even get there and figured out what setup you need for them. That's amazing. Yeah,
I mean, it's really cool. I mean, he does just as much homework as I do, studying all the tracks and really looking into in-car videos and just learning as much as he can. And Wayne Hogan and Mark Wido, all those guys that they really do all their best just for me.
And they really are some of the nicest people in the pits. They're always, hey, do you need something to drink? Do you need to come in this, air conditioning for a little bit? Can we help y'all? What do y'all need? They're really the sweetest people in the pits. So we love hanging out with all our Legend people.
And you're not one to brag, and I've lost count. You know how many races you actually won in April?
I think it was 9.
I was off by 1.
Yeah.
We raced 2 in beginning of April, and then, I think we ran 8, and I won 8 of them. I mean, and I think that was all in Tennessee. So
that's crazy. So I also see that you got a new sponsor on the car to go with some other sponsors. So let's talk about that for a minute.
Sims Training Equipment came on board for the Nashville Spring Series, and they really helped us out with tires, because tires is such a shortage right now, and really grateful for them to have them on board.
And that's a huge company. So to have that support behind you this young is a big deal. That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, they're probably one of my biggest sponsors, and I can't thank Wayne Hogan enough, putting my name to the company.
That's really awesome. And that's where a good group of people behind you, because they see your talent and they see how sweet you are and how nice you are, even though you're shy you know, and need to be prepped for interviews. Like we're strange.
Whatever.
But he's got that such infectious smile that just pops
right?
up when Jim puts the camera over there.
All right. So can I mute Robert for a minute or no? Go ahead, Robert. We have a surprise for you.
For me?
Yeah.
Yeah. We didn't bring you on the show just because you had a nice fancy guitar, even though we love it. Congratulations. You're our April driver of the month for Sunshine State Racing and now eligible for driver of the year.
Boom. Thank you guys. I appreciate it a lot.
You're very welcome. We were so excited to surprise you with that. And I know on top of the trophies and all that you've gotten this month, just know it was unanimous. There is no one that races in the state of Florida that is even close to the number of finishes, wins, and all that you've had this month. And it is just for the month of April. So congrats to you. We couldn't have picked anyone more deserving of it. And we are so proud of you, buddy.
And
thank you. I appreciate it.
And to be honest, I mean, April had like 5 Saturdays in it. There were some people that really had chances to give you a run for it. I mean, LJ Grimm raced a lot. Dylan Bigley, I mean, had some win in or second in a modified, win in a sportsman, and weather didn't work out for them to get a couple of, but man, you rolled off 6 wins in a week and then 9 for the month. I mean, nobody can top that.
Thank you guys. I appreciate it a lot.
Yeah, so that article is going to be coming out on Karnac as soon as we're offline tonight, or as soon as we're done with the show, if it's not already up. We'll send you your little poster, and the driver of the year is going to get a really cool gift. So just heads up, you're in for the running for driver of the year, but you are our driver of the month, and congratulations.
Thank you guys.
And I figured out how to do a background tonight, so I'm sure.
I like it. It's a good one.
You have to understand.
April ends the first quarter of the year, and I think he's probably the driver of the year so far, in my opinion. I mean, nobody else has done what he's done.
Yeah. So
one other question is that guitar the coolest trophy you ever won?
It's definitely a good one. I won a cup almost as big as me in go-karts in Tennessee. So that was definitely a good one, but that's definitely a top one.
That's awesome.
Maybe in Texas, they'll give you a big cowboy hat or something.
Hopefully, that'd be pretty cool.
That would be cool. 6-shooter and a cowboy hat. When giving that to a minor, 6-shooter. Maybe. All right, buddy. Well, we just want to tell you how proud we are of you. Keep up the great work. Your attitude is amazing. We love watching you. We love having you on. Good luck to you in Texas, and keep us updated.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. And that was TJ DeCare, our driver of the month for April. How cool is that?
That's going to be a kid. I mean, we got a lot of kids in Florida you want to keep your eye on, but he's going to be one that you really want to keep your eye on.
I had a conversation with one of the older drivers about that exact thing not too long ago, you know, that there's so many kids coming up that are really good, but he seems to be the one that, you know, is rising above all of it right now. And obviously that can change, but he's really on his game.
Yeah, he is. And he has
and it's not just him, it's the family, it's the race team, it's everything combined, but they got it going on right now.
Yeah, definitely.
I wish there was some way we could almost get like all of our top kids in Florida, Bubba, Vin Devender, Colton Bettis, here I'm naming them, some of these other legend kids, all in like an IROC series type car and let them race and just see. I mean, that would be really cool. I mean, so many of these kids are doing so many things in different types of cars. It's just hard to compare.
Yeah, I think you got to throw Bryson Calvert in there too. That kid's on fire this year.
Yeah, we can do an iRacing league and have them all.
Isn't Bryson better than him?
That's what I said, Bryson.
Okay, I thought you said Dodge.
No.
Hey, shout out to Dayton Andrews, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Truck, St. Pete and Clearwater locations. Huge shout out to them. Thank you for sponsoring us. Their phone number is 727-321-0500 for all your automotive needs. Make sure to support the sponsors that support our racers.
We don't have a huge show tonight. I mean, not a lot of racing going on this week. Past weekend, a lot of stuff coming up. But I mean, we got a few minutes. If you guys want to throw in some comments or questions, Jen can maybe run through those. And then if not, we're going to give you guys some time back tonight, probably.
Let's be honest, it's playoff time. That's why it's going to be a shorter show. Like, wrap it up, guys. Two things. If you know me, you know I love old country. So I think I called Chris on my way home. No, I made you call me on my way home from Citrus to tell him how sad I was that we lost Naomi Judd. That is just horrible. And number two, if anyone knows, I am now an addict. I'm completely addicted to Law and Crime and Johnny Depp, anything Johnny Depp. I probably send Fozzie 100 TikToks of nothing but Johnny Depp a week. So you're welcome.
If you haven't figured it out, and if you haven't figured it out, Jen's now addicted to photography.
I am.
That's awesome, because now we got the track covered, the pits covered. You know, everybody's getting a little bit of everything. You know, the more content we can give, the better. I think it's awesome.
I love it. I'm having so much fun with it. And the kids just laugh at me and give me such a hard time. And it makes me I have so much fun.
That's not all they give you.
Right? Jay Denton says, hey, TJ, Jackson Denton Racing says, what's up? I got some good pictures of y'all this weekend too. So make sure to check them out. Wally Spitz on, hey guys, went to Five Flags on Friday for the first time. Very fast track. That was some good racing Friday night. I watched that. I don't remember what else I was watching, but I was watching Five Flags.
I was watching SSR on my TV.
Not on
What?
Not on Friday.
Oh, I thought you said Saturday.
No, Friday. So I'll run through the Citrus feature. TJ Gutierrez, of course, was the winner in Legends. Mason Lastra, Sean English, Stephen Hartley, which was awesome for him, and Jared Hawley were top 5. Pro Truck feature was won by Brennan Pletcher. Great race in the Pro Trucks. Brennan Pletcher came home with the win. Devin Kyle second. Kristen Clements, another top 3 for her. Cody McDuffie 4th, and Blake Klauser. Shout out to him, man. He has only raced a couple races in this Pro Truck, and he came home with a 6th place finish, or 5th place finish. So huge shout out to him. He's doing an amazing job. Street Stocks, great race by them guys. Jace Henley came home with the win. AJ Waller was 2nd. Cody Struble 3rd. Peanut Waller 4th, and Jonathan Appleby 5th. Ford Outlaws, we had 24 of them, and that was so much fun. Keith Savril came home with the win. Jesse Veltman 2nd. Sean Osteen, Chucky Hearn, and Braden Boardman. Let's see, Ford Outlaw figure 8 was won by Thomas Pete, Keith Savril, Frank Maniz, and I apologize, Frank, and Neil Hearn and Chris Rummel, top 5. So shout out to Citrus County Speedway. Thank you guys for putting on a show. Thank you to all the drivers in the Ford Outlaws. That was it. Ford Outlaws, not just Crown Vics, for drying the track. And
a huge shout out to Cameron for letting us last minute do some coverage there. And great staff at all of our tracks around here. They're working with us and let us do more and more for you guys. We can't thank them enough. And what about Mason and that? Man, he's coming on strong in the Legends cars too.
Yeah, there are so many young Legend drivers right now that it's a toss-up every weekend who's going to win, and they battle so hard side by side, good clean racing, and it's a lot of fun to watch. A lot of fun. I just wish the cars were a little bit bigger because I'm blind, so when they're like, I'm on the back stretch, they're on the front stretch, it's so hard for me to see. Stop, Chris. Thank you, Tina, for the stars. Yeah, so we'll probably be spread out again this weekend. 417 has karts. New Smyrna, I think, is racing. Showtime's probably racing. Arbondale is racing late models, twin 50s. Citrus has open wheel modifieds. That was a great show last time. So make your way out to any of our tracks, and of course, all of our dirt tracks.
I'll be at Volusia for modifieds.
Awesome. When are the Outlaws coming to New Smyrna? Outlaws meaning sportsmen? Because I know a lot of our northern guys call our sportsman series the Outlaws. Or Ford Outlaws. I don't know. Do the Ford Outlaws run at New Smyrna?
I think they run in one of their Bomber A or Bomber B classes.
Yeah, I'll have to check the schedule on that one, Leroy. I'm not sure. Shout out to all of our fans for being so sweet over the weekend. I know the coverage was horrible. Yeah, check the schedule because I want to say that Ford Outlaws, like Robert said, is either the Bomber A class or the Bomber B class. I'm not sure which one. Check me somewhere in the schedule because they do race there. What are you doing this weekend? Why does it sound like someone's running like a washing machine?
I have no idea.
Thank you, Tyler. It's Bomber B class, Leroy. So if you check New Smyrna's schedule, look for the Bomber B class. That is the Ford Outlaws.
I don't know what that is. I hear it too.
Anyways, I'm done with y'all for today.
Well, thanks everybody for joining, and we'll see you guys at a track this weekend. We'll be back next Monday night, presented by Dayton Andrews Dodge.
Congrats to TJ DeCare again for being our April driver of the month. We'll see you guys somewhere this weekend.
Bye.
Bye.